Hi, everyone. I'm Yuta Nakajima from JAXA. Today, I'd like to introduce one of the use case of OpenCSR to JAXA's ETS9 project. And also, I will present lesson learned focusing on the role of methodologists. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Yuta Nakajima, project flight systems engineer at ETS9 project in JAXA. And currently, I am a visiting researcher at System Modeling Methodology Group at NASA JPL. My research interest is how we improve our architecting process using state-of-the-art MBAC technologies, including OpenCSR, OML, and also behavior modeling approach. That is why I'm here today. And here's the problem. So in the system level assembly and integration phase of ETS9 project, the project systems engineer gather information from domain experts and manufacturers. Then systems engineer share information during weekly project meetings. Based on this information, the project team makes decision to answer business questions like this. The problem is information gathered by project systems engineer is unstructured and decision making based on data and analytics is limited. In order to solve this challenge, we built a dashboard that represents the most highly digested information derived from CI analysis. Information collected by project members through manual activity is stored as structured data. We use precise language OML to convert unstructured data into structured data that can be analyzed. We use also CI/CD technologies for process automation. Now, the project team is able to use this dashboard to track the progress of project. It helped identify which hardware or tasks are critical to schedule. And also, it improved the communication with project team. However, the dashboard was not a magic tool, so it's not good for project delay. So it's project delay is solved by another issue like a technical solving process or management issues. So this dashboard is just represent the information, but it's very helpful to understand what the status is. So here's the concept. So we use OpenCSR as a framework for integrated digital engineering process. This slide shows how many different tools, each at different level of formality, are used in a larger process. So a system model in OML describes the structured data using the process, using a precise vocabulary and generate a spreadsheet. So user input component status and attribute parameters such as scheduling information using their familiar tool. In this case, we use Excel as a data input. Then automatically generate and deploy dashboard triggered by spreadsheet changes using GitLab. We design OML vocabulary to integrate multiple viewpoints. For example, we use systems engineering viewpoint and integration engineers viewpoint, and also project management viewpoints. We intended to use vocabulary to answer questions like how do delay in power equipment affect the integration schedule? Since most of the project team is not familiar with MBSE, we designed the user interaction as data input using spreadsheet instead of using OML. Spreadsheet user interface works well for just updating properties, but it's not good for creating new structure, but it's easy to adapt for project teams. So through the application of OpenCSR framework to actual flight project, we found that the role of methodologist is a key for effective MBSE deployment. We found that the typical problem-solving process using model consists of 4 steps, as shown here: identify business questions, modeling, analysis, and reporting. Methodologists collaborate with systems engineering team to identify business questions, and then they build a model to complement the analysis that you intended to answer these questions. This is what they call first rule of modeling that David's presentation mentioned. And also, methodologist is not a system modeler. Methodologists translate business questions into analyzable model descriptions. They care about what issue will be addressed, what modeling approach or tool can be used, or what digital environment will be applied. During my research at JPL, I had the opportunity to observe how people in system modeling methodology group worked closely with project team to facilitate MBSE methodologies. Also, they developed vocabularies, building prototypes using agile approach. We also get some tips on how methodologists can do their job effectively. When the methodologists design the vocabulary, they install what kind of analysis they intended to use. So the usable set of vocabularies, description, and analysis code support work of methodologists. So it's nice to have shareable library to accelerate systems engineering process with OpenCaesar. So one idea is a knowledge sharing platform for methodologists. Here is a link for the prototype of this platform. And we introduced OML model of the JPL open source rover as a testbed for prototyping OML vocabularies. In this GitHub repository, we have OML model for demonstrating the dashboard concept, which is almost same concept of ETS9 project. We hope this information will be useful to people who are applying to OpenCaesar and also keep adding new knowledge from community. So finally, here is a conclusion of my presentation. And I'd like to say many thanks to US 390K team, Dave, Margaret, Nick, and Aaron. So that concludes my presentation today. So thank you for your attention.